Good morning, lovelies. Yes, yours truly here, Miss L Moods. I have a story of a co-worker many years ago. I'm talking about 30 something years ago. hmm This co-worker was a much older person. They were literally in their 60s. Uh-huh. Nearing retirement. They didn't have no kids. Nice, pretty complexion. You know, take care of herself. When you don't have no kids, you could do that. Take care of yourself and dress nice and smell nice and look nice. Every day she was one of the supervisors, but every day she come to work, she used to call me, let the reception call me. Let me tell you something. Jezebels are real. I put it just like that. When I say that, I mean this. I don't mean she's a decent person. She don't do wrong and nothing like that. But she vain. Vanity is a main issue. You so old and you get long fingernails on the workplace. That longer than here to jabim. That's how the older folks would say longer than jabim. Longer than jabim. That's a term we use to express ourselves. Longer than jabim. It's so long, unnecessarily long. Okay? That when she come into work, she don't bother with nobody else because she's embarrassed because she know how foolish she is. Vain as hell. She's vain as hell. And nobody's bothered with her either because they, don't want to be bothered with her. So me being the person I am, I always assist. She used to call me from the third floor. The third floor. And elevator was in that building. And come down to her. Because I used to be to work early. I used to be to work, even though I supposed to be to work 9 o'clock, I used to be to work before 8. Because I used to have to put my children in Queens College Yard from 7:30. So I actually used to be literally sitting in Queens College Yard from 6 o'clock until 7:30 when enough people are around and stuff. And even though it's safe because we have security there, they never have no incidents so it was safe. But I used to just sit because I didn't want to leave my children that early just alone. I used to put them in the yard 7:30, which was early enough. So I used to be to work pretty early, always before 8. She will let the reception or the police call me to come to her. Just like I never used to miss work either. Let's put that there. I never used to miss work either. And I will come downstairs. Guess what for, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what for when I say the Jezebel and mean? Guess what for? Her nails are so long that this woman couldn't even open the office door. You hear me? Now, ain't that some foolish crap? So I said to her, when she first started it, I went and did it 2 or 3 times and didn't say anything. I try not to rock the boat, but I, as a person, I can speak up. You ain't got to worry about that. I never used to speak one time ago in my life. Yeah, I had to go into counseling because they needed to know why I never used to talk. I just never used to talk. I was so observant, just used to sit and watch everybody and be laughing or watching how people react and stuff. But I never used to say nothing. I had to literally go into counseling to talk. Yeah, and I start plenty, and that's life. I enjoy talking, you know. So listen to this. The wean person, I let her get away with, but 3 times for me. See, I say 3 strikes. Yo. So when she get away with it 3 times, I said to her when she called me the 4th time, I didn't say it through the phone when the police called me. I go on downstairs and I say to her, I say, you're too old to be so foolish. Pardon me. But I said in a loving way because we got along well. We got along well. I said, why would you wear things like this in a workplace and you can't even open the door? That don't make no sense. So all day you gotta beg someone to open the door for you? That don't make no sense. I say you too old to not know better. And she was way older than me. She was 60 something because she was nearing retirement. Retirement age is 65. She never used to do no work. Coming to work every day. Plenty days I gotta be typing for her, doing this for her. And I never used to complain but the work doing for her. But in that conversation, I bring that up too. I say, as long as you're getting paid, you need to do your work. Why you calling me to do the work? And her boss used to be so mad at her. But you know, some people don't want to push the rock up a hill because they trying to live a certain lifestyle. And when you reach a certain level in your profession, you don't want to let someone call you or dummy down. So, you know, they kind of used to ignore her. And her boss used to literally call me to do his typing or anything he need. And he valued that I never said no. And I used to come and do it because no one else was doing it. Because this lady foolish as the day is long. This lady used to beg me to put in her earrings because she nails so long she ain't got no children, you see, so she couldn't even put her earrings in when she home. I be like, this a foolish shit. This is so foolish. I say, and I catering to this kind of stupidity and ignorance. I am literally catering to this stupidity and ignorance. So after I even one time a zip was coming, I got it. She called, and someone to call me to do the zip up. I do a zip up. Look here. I like to serve people, but in sensible ways, not foolish ways, because there ain't nothing wrong with you. You creating a problem that is not necessary, and you're foolish as the day is long. Vain. That's vanity. The Bible speaks of the vain, the vanity. Foolish. It's a time, ladies and gentlemen, and place for everything under the sun. If you want long poison fingernails, there ain't nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to one disco, you're going to one ball, and you want to put on things like that, that's most of the time when you should be wearing those things. Not on a job. How are you going to work? Some people say, I weigh quite fine. Yeah, you weigh quite fine because they are not your natural state. You know what happened? It holds you back and cause you can't work. When the reason why the boss was so tired of asking her to type anything, because if anyone know but being a secretary and a typist, when you hit one key, your nails so long and hitting the key what you don't want. And that's ignorant. To me, that's the height of ignorance. I was like, how you last around here this long if you was doing this? Oh, I just started and I said, you need to cut it out because you're old and you're foolish. I said, this make no sense. I told her straight up. Well, you know, she didn't get mad and then she laughed because I didn't tell her it in a bad way. I tell her it in a good way. You calling me to fix earrings. You calling me to zip up your zip. You calling me to open the door. You can't work. I doing your work. No, baby. You ain't giving me none of your pay rent money. So guess what? I fixed that. Because as you go along in life, it's some things that can need fixing. And you can't be quiet. You can have to stand firm and you can have to get it fixed. Because, come on now, you interfere with me and what I have to do. You ain't considering maybe things I have to do. You looking at, oh, she always here early. And you assuming. And you know what they say, but assuming. You assuming that I have nothing to do. Foolish. That's vanity. That's foolishness. And that's why I say a Jezebel. This is vanity and it's foolish. And I say to you all, with all these long, long nails, they look beautiful, a lot of them. I like the artwork on a lot of them. But it's a time and a place for everything. And a time and place for long nails is never on a job. You will not be totally 100% effective. I don't care how good you say you can work. It slows you down. And not only that, go ask any doctor how nasty nails is. Ask any doctor. Ask any doctor. Why would you want to subject yourself to that? That ain't sexy. If a man just can like you for a nail, something wrong with him. You better check his MO. Because some of them on the down low. Because a real man ain't give a heck with all of that. Y'all need to wake up. Y'all need to wake up. How in the world you want to wear nails to the point that you imagine her going in the bathroom? You can't get me to eat from people like them. Surely, you can't cook for me. I have all my reasons why. Anyhow, I have met plenty vain co-workers during my span of working. And I avoid them like a plague. They are foolish as the day is long. You ain't got nothing to talk about but clothes, jewelry, airing. Where am I supposed to be in the workplace? Man, I don't want to hear that foolishness when I work in. I ain't into that. Because it's a time and place for everything. Unless you work in a jewelry shop. Or unless you work in a clothing shop and you're discussing your products or whatever. It's different. When you work in the office, you ain't give a heck with the man work. And you talking crap with your Jezebel self? Crap with your Jezebel self. Child, I on that run. I say stay far from me. I'm a natural beauty. I don't need no makeup to be no cutie. Anytime if you look at me in the video, when I do show my face, I don't never wear no makeup. It have to be a special occasion for me to put on a little powder. You don't even see that I put it on. I am so in my natural state that it don't look like I have on any powder. Because that's how makeup's supposed to be applied. Not a new face. Not a mask. Hello? All this mask going around. That ain't cute. Because when you take off the mask, you're ugly like Billy Goat. Or werewolf. Shoot, Billy Goat even pretty in you. You're ugly like a werewolf. You know? When she come close, she look like a Billy Goat. Hey! Or when she come close, she look like a werewolf. Hey! That's why some man is leave y'all. Because the man, when he see y'all with all that makeup, he think he got a pretty thing. But y'all so good at putting on all these makeup. And sure enough, when that makeup come off, that man having a heart attack. You almost killing him. He trying to get out of that house and get out of that. He's like, I can't deal with this. He thought he had something. And man do like a pretty woman. Okay? So he thought he had something. And when you look, oh my God, the ugliness come too, you got to do it slow. It's too much ugly, you got to do it slow. Too much makeup. It's too vain. Ever since we got so vain in this country, so much Jezebel in this country, so vain. When sense. We are the Caribbean. We are exotic, natural Caribbean queens and beauties. We don't need them crap. That's for them other people. They need that. We never roll like that. Why we gotta copy everything somebody else do when you can be a leader? Why you gotta do what everybody else do when you can be a leader? Huh? Just following everything, following everything. That don't make no sense, man. Makeup supposed to enhance your natural beauty. Do you hear that? Your natural beauty. You don't put on makeup like a new face, a whole mask, unless you masquerading, going to a mask ball or something, but you need a new mask. Come on, man. Jezebels, we need to do better. Anyone to me, I don't wear no makeup to work. And when I do, I might put on a little powder. You don't even know I have one on because the powder is so like my skin color, and I only put it on light so I won't be too shiny that you don't even know I have it on. You know, that's how makeup supposed to be, not a whole new face. Whoa, we are terrible. We need to get it right. It's too vain. Read the Bible, what it say about being so vain. You need to put a stop, and especially in the workplace. I don't know. Yeah, that ship what she tried to work. I did that in the bud quick because it wasn't going to happen. And I told her about her tale. Her boss was in there, and he was so happy another woman did what he really wanted to do because as a man, you don't want to always shake upset the ladies sometimes, especially in a certain position. So someone had to tell her, mean. And you gotta be careful what legacy you leaving behind. Because guess what? I didn't remember her for nothing else other than she was a Jezebel to me, a mean Jezebel. Own boss couldn't even get her to do no work because she was so mean and Jezebel and up in the church. So that's what the church teaching you today? I think not. I think not. Wayne. That's what I remember of her. Anywhere I left and go, people remember how good I could work and they know my work ethics. It's a difference, okay? When you're on a job, that's what you want to be known for. Your work ethics. You don't want to be known for nothing else. But when you're known for being vain, can't get nothing done. Everybody who I talk to, who that's why they never used to fool with her. They say they can't wait for her to go. Like, it just rubs people the wrong way. It rubs people the wrong way. And that is foolish, young ladies. Don't practice it. Don't follow what other people do. Is no competition. No competition, because who you competing at? Some of y'all, who y'all competing at? Okay? Some things you leave for your disco or your balls. Okay? And even in the balls, too much long fingernail, it says a lot about you. It's ridiculous, the length of some of them. Okay? I love my nails, but I keep my nails normal and I can do nails. So when I ready, I can do my own nails. When I ready, I can do my own hair. So I ain't just nobody who, oh shit, no baby, I've been doing nails from 30 years ago. Whenever I go to a ball, I used to be on point with my nails, my hairdo and everything. But my nails were never excruciatingly long. It was long, but never excruciatingly long. Okay? So we got to be mindful that it's a time and place for everything. And those type things, when you can't work effectively, should not be on a job. In fact, people don't hire you when they can see your nails that long. You are not going to get a job. I can tell you that right now. They ain't not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you that. A lot of people don't realize why you don't get hired. They're not going to hire you because how the hell she can do my work with her hands looking like that? And people say, oh, she take one look at me and she's jealous. Ain't no jealousy because ain't nothing to be jealous of. That's stupidity and ignorance. That's what that is. Stupidity and ignorance. Any job you go on with long extra nails like that, if it ain't a barroom, if it isn't in a barroom, You heard me. Nobody would hire you. Those people start wearing those nails after they get hired in teens. And in some instances, their bosses tell them don't come back in it. Okay? Get it right. So let's get that right. So, it's a time and place for everything. Okay? Over and out. So that happened. This incident I talking about happened over 30-something years ago, yes. And so I be like, we don't need this kind of thing. It's not even setting a good example. You know what I'm saying? But I know her boss. I noticed he had an extra respect for me more than anybody else in that job. Yes, and he was a senior judge. And let me tell you something, because he wanted to tell her that long, but didn't know how to, but he was glad a woman told her. And I was that woman who had to tell her, because you ain't gonna be calling me no more. And sure enough, she did not call me no more. Yes, I am that person. You are not gonna be calling me no more for this crap. Okay? For this crap. We can get it right. We are gonna get it right. Okay? And that's how sometimes all these little small little dip, all them make a difference in the workplace. Okay? And need to deal with as you go along through life. All right? Over and out.